way back in August 1928, when women in many countries were fighting for the right to vote, the Congress Party pledged itself to that right when India became free. When the Constituent Assembly met to give shape to our Constitution, 15 distinguished women made notable contribution to it. Today, we proudly recall them. I have their names, but perhaps I would take too long to mention them.
That will be laid on the table. We can include them.
I mentioned them, all right?
You can. It's okay.
These 15 distinguished women were Sarojini Naidu, Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, Vijayalakshmi Pandit, Sucheta Kripalani, Hansa Mehta, Renuka Ray, Durgabai Deshmukh, Begum Aizaz Rasool, Purnima Banerjee, Ammu Swaminathan, Dakshayani Velayudan, Malati Chaudhary, Kamala Chaudhary, Leela Ray, Annie Mascarena. Today, we also take pride in the fact that we have had a first and only woman Prime Minister, Indira Gandhi. We also take pride in the fact that we have had a first woman President, Pratibha Patilji, and a first woman Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Meera Kumarji. Over the past 6.5 decades, women have made many striking achievements in different fields, which is quite remarkable, given and considering the obstacles they have had to face. However, while we applaud these accomplishments, the fact remains that women continue to be victims of oppression and discrimination. Madam Speaker, it is thanks to the vision of Rajiv Gandhi that we have mandatory reservation for women in panchayats and nagarpalikas. Today, over 40% of the 40 lakh elected representatives in urban and rural local bodies are women. This, I believe, is nothing short of a revolution. But recent developments are disturbing. On the one hand, we celebrate the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and on the other, in some states, the right to contest elections at the local level have been significantly curtailed on educational grounds. So, for no fault of theirs, a very large number of rural women belonging to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes are being denied their basic constitutional right. I believe this compels our urgent legislative attention. Madam Speaker, today is an occasion to celebrate, but it is also an occasion to look inwards at ourselves as women. The harsh reality is that the building blocks of discrimination against women lie within the very systems that are supposed to nurture and defend them, namely the family and the community. Ever so often, women end up, for no fault of theirs, as victims of some tradition. Too often, it is the family, it is the community that opts for sex selection, that makes distinctions between male and female children when it comes to food, clothes, and education. forces girls into early marriage, demands dowry when sons get married, withholds girls' opportunities for employment and independence, and denies them their legitimate share of family property. While there is much in our tradition to cherish and to preserve, we must have the courage to confront these social evils and fight against them. We must, as women legislators, join hands with our male colleagues in a concerted campaign to change the mindset that underlines these practices. Madam Speaker, the philosophy of this government is said to be one of maximum governance, minimum government. I don't quite agree with minimum government, with that part, but let that be on this occasion. I do have serious reservation or problems with the way maximum governance itself is perceived. Maximum governance is more than just accelerating economic growth. Maximum governance involves expanding space for debate, for disagreement, and for the expression of different points of view without inviting retaliation or retribution. Maximum governance involves giving freedom to civil society, to NGOs and activist groups, often led by women, to carry out campaigns on behalf of those whose voices are seldom heard. Surely, maximum governance does not mean having double standards in relation to women and their rights. Surely, maximum governance means protecting, preserving, and strengthening our social and communal fabric. Surely, maximum governance is anchored in the deepening of our democratic and liberal values. Madam Speaker, surely maximum governance also means giving us women our legitimate due, namely the long-awaited Women's Reservation Bill. And I believe we can expect in you, Madam Speaker, a strong ally in this cause. Thank you.
मैं नारी हूं, सृष्टि का अनुपम रूप। मैं परंपराओं की जननी भी हूं तथा उनका निर्वाह करने वाली भी।